nature is often as harmful as it is beautiful. Today we look at 4 quite rare if not bizarre creatures that can be deadly just to touch. Number 1. The Blue Capped Ifrit. Don't be fooled by its cute demeanor. This tiny bird consumes poisonous beetles that contain high levels of batrachotoxins, a potent neurotoxin. By snacking on these beetles, they manage to assimilate the batrachotoxins into their skin and feathers. Batrachotoxins are some of the most toxic natural substances known to man. Currently, there is no antidote to batrachotoxin. For humans, simply handling the birds can produce numbness, tingling, and in severe cases, paralysis and death. The blue-capped ifrit, Ifrita cowldi, is one of the very few species of birds to have developed the use of chemical weapons. In fact, only 3 genera are known to carry poison, including the patohui and sheik thrush, all of which live in New Guinea and Western Australia. Number 2. Cone snails are a family of predatory, sea-dwelling mollusks, many of which wear attractive patterned shells. This enchanting outerwear tempts the occasional diver to pick them up, an instantly regrettable decision. All cone snails are venomous and capable of stinging. Cone snails use a modified radula tooth and a venom gland to attack and paralyze their prey before engulfing it. The tooth, which is likened to a dart or a harpoon, is barbed and can be extended some distance out from the head of the snail at the end of the proboscis. The harpoons of some of the larger species of cone snail can penetrate gloves or wetsuits. The sting of many of the smallest cone species may be no worse than a bee or hornet sting, but the sting of the larger tropical fish-eating species, such as Conus geographus, Conus tulipa, and Conus striatus, can be fatal. Each species of cone snail contains a venom consisting of hundreds, if not thousands, of different compounds. The neurotoxic peptides produced by cone snails are referred to as conotoxins, and there is a dazzling array. Even between individuals of the same species, the cocktail of chemicals can be highly varied. This variety means that the human impact of an attack can also be varied. Generally, however, the pattern of reaction starts with pain, swelling, numbness, and vomiting. It then progresses to paralysis, changes in vision, respiratory failure, and eventually, death. The geography cone is known as the cigarette snail because, once stung, you have enough time to smoke a cigarette before you die. There are over 900 different species of cone snails. Cone snails are typically found in warm tropical seas and oceans worldwide. Cone snails reach their greatest diversity in the western Indo-Pacific region. While the majority of cone snails are found in warm tropical waters, some species have adapted to temperate/semi-tropical environments and are endemic to areas such as the Cape Coast of South Africa, the Mediterranean, or the cool subtropical waters of Southern California. Number 3. The platypus, Ornithorhynchus anatinus, also known as the Duck Billed Platypus, is one of nature's strangest creations. The platypus is a resident of the most easterly fringes of Australia. Despite being a mammal, the platypus lays eggs, it stores fat in its tail, hunts using electroreception, walks more like a reptile than a mammal, has fish-like eyes and sleeps for 14 hours a day. To add to this list of odd characteristics, the male platypus is one of very few mammals to produce venom. This venom is secreted from spurs on the hind limbs and is only produced by males during mating season. The platypus' movable spurs can unleash a range of at least 19 peptides and a host of other non-proteinous chemicals similar to toxins used by reptiles. Platypus venom can paralyze small animals and, although it is not quite potent enough to do the same to a human, an attack is surprisingly painful and incapacitating. The wound and surrounding area rapidly swells as blood flow spikes. Unlike many other animal toxins, there is no necrotic component to a platypus envenomation. Instead, the crowning glory of the platypus attack is the production of sheer, unadulterated agony. The pain normally lasts a few days or weeks, but it has been known to last months. To make matters worse, the pain does not respond well to medication. Platypus venom is believed to act directly on pain receptors, nociceptors, coercing them into producing the most intensely painful experience. Because platypus attacks on humans are rare, no specific treatment has been developed to alleviate this discomfort. Thankfully, The vast majority of humans will never visit the regions of Oceania inhabited by these striking, semi-aquatic creatures. Number 4. The blue-ringed octopuses consist of at least 3 species and live in the balmy waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. They are considered to be planet Earth's most venomous marine animals. Unless provoked, the octopus is more inclined to flee than fight, but trapping them in a corner is ill-advised. The blue-ringed octopus reaches just 8 inches in length, but they still harbor enough toxic chemicals to kill 26 adult humans. To add insult to injury, there is no antivenom, and, because the bite is so small, many people do not realize that they have been envenomated until the symptoms begin. By then, the trouble is well underway. If you are unfortunate enough to be bitten, you will receive a mix of chemicals that include tetrodotoxin, tryptamine, histamine, octopamine, acetylcholine, taurine, and dopamine. The most sinister of these components is tetrodotoxin, considered to be at least 1,000 times more deadly than cyanide. Tetrodotoxin is produced by bacteria in the blue-ringed octopus salivary glands. When released into a mammalian bloodstream, it blocks sodium channels, and, like getting the wrong key stuck in a door, the channels are left open, making nerve conduction impossible. Once injected, tetrodotoxin leads to a complete paralysis of the muscles, including those necessary for breathing. In a rather sinister twist, the bitten individual will remain fully aware of their surroundings as the paralysis progresses. Because these deadly effects can arrive just minutes after a bite, the victim's only hope is artificial respiration. If breathing can be maintained, the body will slowly metabolize the tetrodotoxin and, if they survive the first 24 hours, a full recovery can be expected. Thank you for watching. And stay safe. Because you never know when nature calls.